anyway, back to Jira. Good afternoon. Today is October 29th. It is Halloween weekend. I said this week I was going to do project management, or I was going to do database. Well, first I said I was going to do database because I was thinking to do database tools. But yesterday I was talking about project management because I was talking about my project management class. And I was like, well, first of all, I was talking about my project management teacher. And I was talking about how he had transferred to University of Texas because basically they're comp sci and they have a good computer science program. So I said, well, maybe I'll do project management tools today. So I did look at Jira and let me get my notebook. Sorry. This is going to be rough until I get my computer. So Jira versus Trello, I was going to do that today. But I said, well, I'm not going to do Jira versus Trello because everybody knows how to work Jira and Trello. Those are pretty easy tools to use. And if whatever your company has to use, that's what you're going to use. So I said, well, today I'll do adding Java to Cassandra. Like if you have a database and you want to connect the Java application, I'll do that. So basically today I have on a Walt Disney World shirt. Disney World opened in 1971 in October, and I was born in October 1971. So we both have like the same birth dates. And basically I went to Disney on my birthday. So basically I had a good time and I had a shirt that really categorizes that I went to Disney on my birthday. And basically, sorry, I dropped something on the ground. So basically Disney and we share the same birthday. So that's why I have this shirt on. And it says 1971. So Disney's been open 50 years. So, let me put my notebook back. So Disney's been open 50 years. So, and I'm 50 as well. So that's why I went, and they had like a little celebration. They had all this food. They had like a little celebration. And I don't know what else do they have. You know what? I will put I'll make like a Disney video maybe next week instead, or I'll do it this week, maybe like Tuesday when my day off, and do a Disney. I'll do that. So I was talking about Cassandra. So if you're a database person and you work with database for a living, I don't know if you use Cassandra, but I guess people use SQL or whatever their preference is. I just chose Cassandra today to connect it to Java. So basically, if you're gonna build an application, a Java application, and you want to connect the database and you want to use Cassandra, you can create a Maven project, which is easy. Who doesn't know how to do that in Java? So you go into you create a Maven project. That's the first step. The second step is to add a dependency. The third step is to use your SQL session to create, actually move up like this. You use your SQL session to create a Cassandra session, right? Then you execute a simple query. Is the actual, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4th step is to execute a simple query. The 5th step is to loop through each loop. And you don't forget to include a port number. I was like, well, if you have to build a cluster in Cassandra, isn't that the same as using a container like Docker? But it actually is not, because a container runs in a pod, while a cluster can contain many pods. So a cluster is more than a container. So I might do that next time, do a review of how like Docker, the difference between Dockers and clusters. I might do that the next time. So, because clusters are not, it's kind of easy to figure out what a cluster is, but the containers I figured out when I was trying to do my research on Docker containers. That took me a couple of days, to figure out what a container was. I never built a container, so I'm sure the people that do build containers, they know how to do it. They do it every day. But for me as a layperson, I've never done Docker containers, and I don't really know how to build it. So maybe I'll do that next time. So the next time I was gonna do Docker containers. I'm gonna do a Disney video. And what else was I going to do? Oh, project management tools. I may not do the project management tools because, like I said before, if your company has project management tools like Jira or Trello, then you basically use whatever your company tells you to use. Slack or whatever, even if you have like a Slack channel, everybody has Slack. Slack's not a big deal. So if you use Slack or you use Trello or Jira, whatever for your sprints, I don't know, whatever. Slack is more of a communication tool. So whatever you use, whatever your company tells you what to use, and that's what you're going to use. So today I was talking about Cassandra for database. So it wasn't really like today was going to be like a big thing today as far as features, because I had to go and do stuff today to try to move into an apartment. So I was going to make it short and sweet. So it's not that long today. So I don't know, what else should I talk about? I think that's basically was good enough. Basically, if you're a developer and I'm not telling you anything, I'm not basically telling you anything that you don't know. As far as creating a Maven project, any student can do that. So, but that's it. So that's it for today. I was talking about University of Texas. That's what I was talking about. I was talking about that because my professor had transferred to University of Texas, the computer science program. So I went to Nova Southeastern College of Computing. So College of Engineering and Computing, that's where I graduated from. So I graduated from Nova Southeastern University College of Engineering and Computing. So my professor, he went to the University of Texas Computer Science Department. So like I was saying before, my school, I could tell you right now, when I got there, I got like a new professor. We had a new dean. I don't know where he came from, what school he came from, the dean of my college, but he was really good. He was like good in consolidating. Sorry, my face is all in here. He consolidated the department into just one engineering degree. So before that, they had several engineering degrees. But when my dean got there, he made the first engineering degree in the state of Florida. There was only one school, and I think that was Nova Southeastern, that had a degree in the College of Engineering, basically. So basically you can get your bachelor's degree in engineering, basically. So I'm pretty sure that we were the only school in the state to have you graduate with a bachelor's degree in engineering. So that's what he did when he came to our school. That's what he brought with him. He consolidated the program and basically into one, where you could just graduate with a bachelor's in engineering. And we all know that an engineering degree is not easy to get. It's very difficult. The classes are hard. So when I was doing my research, I was researching. Let me back up. So I have different projects going on. Over the pandemic, I was doing different papers, so I can submit research. So I was doing a paper on colleges of engineering, and basically I was, doing schools in Florida. I was doing schools in, like Texas and California, where most of the jobs are based, right? In California and Texas, basically, if you're an engineer, a lot of the jobs are in those places. So I did my research on College of Engineering, schools around the country. So, and I figured out like all different kinds of schools were good, and some schools were, top notch. So that's why I was talking about University of Texas yesterday about my professor, and he had basically transferred from my school to University of Texas. Who wouldn't leave Nova Southeastern to go to University of Texas? That was a no-brainer for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that school is basically top notch. I don't know which branch he went to, which city, which UT he went to, but I'm sure anybody that lives in Texas, that's one of their top schools that they're going to try to get into. So not just computer science, but just in general. So, and who wouldn't leave my school? I think they do research, but it's not like research is top notch there. I think the cybersecurity research team, I think they do pretty much a little bit more research than other departments. I don't know. So I was talking about that yesterday, about my project management teacher and how I had a project management class and how much I enjoyed it. It wasn't hard, but it wasn't easy either. You still had to put the work in, you know what I'm saying? So My degree for software engineering, I can tell you right now, I had to put the work in. Like, it was not easy to do it. I had worked 2 jobs. I was working 2 jobs, and I was working 2 jobs. What else did I do? Oh, this is what I did. I worked 2 jobs, and I was doing the radio station. So basically, I was basically trying to keep myself busy, and that was it. But the degree, to get that degree, it is only supposed to take 2 years, but it took me 3 because I think I failed the class. I'm not sure, but it took me a little bit longer than I expected. But I still graduated with one of the people that I really like at my school. We both graduated together. Even though he did not attend the graduation, one of my good people that I really enjoy talking to, Johnny Jin Hong. So we both, when I look at my book, both our names are in the program. So I was so glad that we both graduated together. So I was talking about College of Engineering. So basically, I did my research. I have a few projects going. I have the College of Engineering. You know, how many people do they graduate? Which we all know that computer science and engineering, those first 2 years are very tough for computer science students, which I was not. I was software engineering, and engineering is very tough. The math is hard, and if you do not have that math background, the classes are very hard. So the first 2 years are very important. So I was doing my research. I was trying to do research on how many students graduate, basically, from College of Engineering. And the numbers, if you look at the numbers, they decrease. Like the incoming students are high. And then as the years go on, when you get to the sophomore, junior, or senior year, it decreases. Because you know why? Because the classes get harder. My classes were hard. For software engineering, my classes were harder in the beginning. So my only class that was hard for me and I struggled with, that I say I really struggled, was my artificial intelligence class. That class, I really struggled with it because, I had to move. So I had to move. I don't know what else happened with that class, but I wasn't in my same space that I usually do. And I could tell you, I will go on and on. I will ramble. So I was basically, that summer, what I had done was I was doing the MIT YouTube videos, and that's what helped me get through one of my classes. For my artificial intelligence class, I didn't have the time really to do the videos for artificial intelligence, and I didn't do as well in the class, so I dropped it. So I must have taken another class over. I'm not sure what I did, but for software engineering, my classes were harder in the beginning. And with software engineering, you can kind of tailor your degree the way you want it. But for computer science, you can't. You're going to take math. You have to, because you have to know math. There's no way around it. And I'm sure the people that, apply for the degree, they know math. They know what they're in for. But like I said, when I was doing my paper, I was doing my research paper, which I still am going to do it. My research paper for computer science, College of Engineering, as the years go on, the people lessen. People don't, I don't know if they drop out or they transfer maybe to business, college of business, or I don't know where they transfer to. But as the years go on, you can tell, when they get in their sophomore, junior, senior year, it's less people. And when it comes to women and, I'm sure people of color, it lessens even more, because it's already a spot where it's male oriented. So, and in my school, I think I had female and male teachers, so I didn't have that issue where I was looking for a female or a male. I had both. I had very good female teachers and I had very good male teachers. So I also happened to meet a lady that got her doctorate in cybersecurity, which I think is kind of rare. I don't know how many females have their doctorates in cybersecurity. And women working in cybersecurity. I'm sure there's a few, but I'm sure that's just like working in IT. It's a male-oriented field. So I was doing that, and then doing my project on College of Engineering and how many people graduate. Then I was talking about what else was I talking about yesterday? I was talking about database. So I think I covered that today, connecting a database with a Java application. So I mean, if you're a Java developer, it's not that hard, because it's saying, when I went over the steps, that sounds like something that if I can do it, I'm sure somebody who does developing, that's no big deal for them. So my video today was going to be short, only 15 minutes. I will ramble on. I rambled on about Disney today. I said next week I'll probably do like a Tuesday, I'll do like Disney and the 50th anniversary. I didn't even really touch a percentage of what people like had to do at Disney. Like people were doing like all kinds of stuff. Plus I didn't stay at the resorts either, so I didn't get that experience. I didn't get the resort food experience. I didn't stay in one of the Disney properties either, so I didn't get that experience either. So, but what else? I went to Universal. For Halloween Horror Nights. I did that, but I've done that before, so, and it was really good. It was good this time. It wasn't, I mean, it's never scary because I'm older, but they did Netflix, which I thought was really good. I like the way they mixed, like they mixed the now with the old, because a horror house, like a horror house or whatever is kind of old, but then you come in and you have like Netflix, which is basically a streaming company. So that was nice to see Netflix, a Netflix horror house or whatever the heck. So it was pretty good. I had a good time, and then hopefully I'll get to go back again. I had a good time for my birthday. I have to say I got my ticket in advance. I think, like for Disney, I don't have like money like that, so I said, you know what, the best thing for me to do, get my ticket in advance. Which I did. I think it was like $200. I didn't even pay the Florida resident price. I just paid straight outright because I wasn't gonna like sit over there and worry about $50 discount. It wasn't worth it for me. I didn't really care. So I just got my ticket like 3 or 4 months ago. I knew I was going to Disney, so that's what I think I'm going to do again. Get my ticket early in advance, because it doesn't cost that much to go there, because I'm only 3 hours away. So this weekend is Halloween. Like I said, I'm gonna be Valak the Nun. Which is one of my favorite characters in the Conjuring fandom, I guess. So that's it for today. Alrighty, thank you. Next week, I don't know what I'm gonna do next week. Because it doesn't look like it doesn't really look like I see too many updates or features. Because just when I did my research, like I was hitting like the jackpot. Like last time I was doing it, I saw so many people like updating their features, but now I don't see it like on different products and different software. I don't see as many updates like I used to see. So maybe, like I said, I'll do it at my leisure. If I don't decide to do it next week, I'm trying to keep it up because I want to keep myself updated as far as software engineering, and as far as the tech world. I want to make sure that I keep myself updated and stay with it. So we'll see. I will see if I'll do it next week. Sure, it's not really like a big deal. So I think that's it. Have a great day, and happy Halloween.